not start this war. For us, there is no glory in it. We fight because it's our duty to defend the people and the principles of the Republic. On every world the Sith Empire strikes, we will be there too. We will sacrifice when necessary. We will never surrender. For hope. For freedom. For the Republic!
You make active choices about whether or not now is the right time to throw that grenade, and whether or not you want to charge your weapon up for a really big blast.
We have to make sure that all classes are balanced against each other. All of them have something unique and cool and a key reason why you want to be there. It isn't just Sith versus Jedi at all times, that all classes, all 8 of them are competitive, and they're all really unique and fun.
The first time you go into a situation where the trooper mops this entire party of enemies up with his blaster abilities, I don't want to be a Jedi anymore at that point, because I've seen how damaging the trooper can be
in these classes. So we start out with our basic trooper, which is your basic armor set. That's pretty much an homage to the clone trooper and the stormtrooper, and then we go both directions with it. We take it down to kind of what the rebel troopers and the rebel soldiers, like you see on the Tantive 4, you see them on the Hoth trooper, the Republic, the guys with the backpacks and the goggles. And then we gradually ramp you up past the armor and really start pushing the more intense looks.
What defines a trooper? They are strong, they're efficient at what they do, and they carry a big supply of weapons that we need to support the animation to have these weapons look good in the game. This animation sells on how strong a trooper is in close battle. If the gun can't knock the enemy down, the trooper will physically knock them down.
The trooper is largely, first and foremost, inspired by the gun and inspired by using a gun to solve problems. And so what we looked for is movie clips and other games and how they actually handle largely automatic fire, actually getting in there and just mowing down fields of people with lots of weapons. He believes in just going in and kicking butt and taking names.
In our game, just polish it up and make it look good for our characters.
The Imperials think you're just another shuttle bringing supplies.
So here you see the players prepping themselves or buffing up before going into battle. We're watching this from the perspective of the Jedi Sage, a consular advanced class. Here they go. Lightning strikes the ground here and starts a fire, and one of Grand Moff Kilrin's shuttles is dropping off troops in the distance. Okay, so back to the perspective of our trooper. He's a vanguard, which means he gets access to the heaviest armors in the game, and a reactive shield that increases his threat towards enemies. So now the team is headed over to destroy this Imperial research station. That's actually part of a bonus mission inside the Flashpoint. Oh, and they're ambushed by jungle crawlers. Up here, Imperial soldiers are battling a Jagoran river lurker. The river lurker is the real danger here, so the Sage targets him and lets loose some of her telekinetic abilities. Oops, now she's got his attention, and he's coming after her. Those robes aren't exactly heavy armor, so this could get ugly. There we go, all good. Next up, Imperials. The Knight starts things by detonating a barrel of explosive material and then wading in. The trooper tosses a sticky grenade, so you can see the Imperial desperately trying to get it off. And that takes both of them down. Great, now that the mini-boss is down, the team can take down the Vine Cats. The Sage's stasis field lasts a nice long time, but the group's going to want to take that first Vine Cat down before it fades. Just one Vine Cat left now. All 4 players are using their strongest attacks now to bring him down quickly. And the trooper finishes him with a stock strike. Back from our trooper's perspective, you can see he's tossing a cryo grenade at one of the other troopers so we can concentrate on the elite. So here's our first big boss fight. You see Captain Shivanek up there on the deck. But as they attack, he's released his pet, Ripper. Ripper's a little tougher than Captain Shivanek, so luckily the team knew this in advance because they're clever and have probably died several times trying to do this Flashpoint. So you can see the Jedi Knight in the background is trying to take care of Captain Shivanek. The Jedi Sage is there with him. The Trooper is taking aggro from Ripper. And he's partnered pretty much with our smuggler. The smuggler is going to keep him alive as long as he possibly can. And hopefully our 2 Jedi are going to take care of Captain Shivanek and be able to help out. The trooper can take the rage of Ripper for a while, and then the Jedi Knight can attract him. This actually minimizes the amount of damage that Ripper can do. It's a very efficient way of taking on difficult enemies. Now, when his trainer, Captain Shivanek, died, he got a buff called Enrage. So he's even tougher than he was at the beginning.
There's nothing they'll hesitate to do, and when you, as a player, are faced with this enemy, you have to choose, are you going to fight fire with fire? Are you going to use their tactics against them to win this war, or are you going to try to take the high road and risk losing everything?
If people were asking me what class they should play in the Old Republic, I would have to say don't underestimate the Trooper, because it's just so satisfying to go in and all guns blazing, to go in and clear a room with grenades, clear a room with fire bombs and sticky grenades, and get the stuff done through just superior firepower.
In terms of how we're progressing our abilities and skills in combat in the Old Republic, Just remember what we did in Knights of the Old Republic. We're inspired by that, but we're not going to be stopping anywhere near what we did before, because this is an MMO. We don't want you to ever feel like you're going to have to find any other kind of game to get the experience we're conveying. It's going to be an epic experience for a long time for players.